Welcome! My mom wanted a new shower head because the old one barely sprayed, but when I removed it, I noticed half a row of the threads at the end of the shower arm was completely gone. In this video, I'll show you how to properly install a new shower arm and shower head. There are quite a few steps to doing it the right way, and we'll cover all of them, from cleaning the drop ear 90 female threads, which is critical for getting a proper seal, to how to apply Teflon tape and pipe thread sealant like a pro. Plus, I'll show you a little trick to boost your water flow. I never install a shower head without doing this first. And then we'll finish up by properly checking for leaks while the water's running after the installation, because the last thing you want is a slow leak hidden behind the wall where you can't see it. Let's go! Here's the shower head from Moen I picked up for Mom. She didn't want anything complicated or fancy, just a fixed shower head. It states that it has 40% more force on all sprays, but after a quick unpackaging, I'm going to show you how easy it is to remove the restrictor for even more water flow. This is going to be perfect for her to easily change the spray patterns. Now let's remove the rubber gasket / washer. I like to use my 90-degree pick. Just be careful not to poke or scratch the rubber washer as you scoop it out. Now there are many ways you can do this, but I just drill a hole in the middle. Be careful you don't push in too hard with the drill bit, and that allows you a way to stick something inside and under it to pull it out. I next give it a tap on my workbench to remove the pieces of plastic debris created by the drilling, and then I use my 90-degree pick and pull out this blue plastic restrictor. It's that easy. All that's left is to reinstall the rubber washer. Because of this washer, you don't need Teflon tape on the shower arm when installing the shower head. We'll talk about that more later. And this is the 8-inch angled shower arm from Glacier Bay I picked up from HD. They put a red sticker that says wall ends so you don't install it backwards. Just take note it's the long end that screws into the drop ear 90 in the wall. And it comes with a new flange that you can position to cover the hole in the wall or tile. I don't need a reminder which way this goes, so I go ahead and remove the sticker. Let me show you next how to prep and clean the drop ear 90 in the wall. So what I like to use is cleaning vinegar. You can pick it up at Walmart, even Home Depot sells this. Now I don't like pouring this in a container I eat out of, so I use a used water bottle and cut the bottom off. And then I cut a section out of the water bottle that I'll use to direct the water so I can flush everything after I'm done cleaning it. You will see how soon. Now this is real easy. I just use a toothbrush and dip it in the cleaning vinegar and just work the bristles scrubbing the female threads, spinning it in a circular motion. And then I use a 1/2 inch by 3 inch plated brass pipe nipple I used during a bathroom remodel at my house to screw in, helping scrape and clean the water deposits and corrosion away from the threads. You could use a new shower arm with no Teflon tape or pipe dope on it, but I'd rather not mess with it until I install it. And then I just keep repeating this process a few times, scrubbing again with the toothbrush, dipping it in the cleaning vinegar, then screwing in and out the pipe nipple, finally giving it one more good scrubbing before I flush rinse this all out. Okay, watch how I do this. I shove the water bottle piece I cut out in the hole and position it so the water shoots out, preventing any getting in the wall. I felt it was a little long, so I cut it shorter in place and give it one last adjustment. Let me show you a close-up. See how I have it cupped around the 90-degree elbow? You do not want to leave any cleaning vinegar on a copper fitting, so take a couple minutes to do this. I hold the plastic piece in place, turn the water on, and flush out the cleaning vinegar along with the loosened mineral deposits and corrosion. Okay, check out how clean the threads look now, but see how there's water sitting in the fitting? Let me show you how I dry that up. I just roll up a paper towel and stick it in there, and just dab it in the water. I just need to soak it up enough so that when I screw in the new shower arm, it doesn't touch it. I'm standing on a milk crate so I'm eye level as I work on this, and I help dry the threads by screwing in my nipple in and out one more time. I want them completely dry before I install the new shower arm. Here's a quick side by side so you can see how it was worth taking a couple minutes to clean it. Check out how the corrosion on the right side is now gone. Now I like to use FastTape by Odie because you don't need to wrap your threads as many times, and you find it in the plumbing aisle at HD. Because it's thicker than basic Teflon tape, it's easy to work with as you wrap it around the shower arm threads. Remember, on the long side, and you wrap it in a clockwise direction. I'm being careful on applying it flat, not twisting it, and you just need to go around about 3 times. Once I get it going, I find it easier to spin the pipe, and I don't like to tear it when I'm finished wrapping. With this thicker tape, I rather use scissors, which leaves a much cleaner cut, and then you just use your thumb to press the end down. This is what it should look like. You don't want tape over the first threads. Okay, next is the pipe thread sealant. You can also find this in the plumbing aisle at HD, and I personally always use it for this application. After a quick stir, you just brush it on, and because we're using it in conjunction with the tape, you don't need to apply it too thick. Just give it a nice coating as you spin the pipe. Let me show you how to finish this up. I use a baby wipe and clean the end as I spin the pipe. I don't want the pipe thread sealant in the pipe possibly finding its way into the spray ports, clogging them. Okay, let's install it. Start off carefully and make sure you're going straight in. Start turning it slowly until you're sure it's not cross-threaded, and then just keep turning it until it starts getting tighter. The directions say to do this just hand tight, but I've never been that lucky. I always have to help it with a tool for leverage during the last part of its final turn. And for that, I like to use my RIDGID one-stop 2-in-1 wrench. It fits in the shower arm pipe tighter than a screwdriver. Now when I used the 3-inch pipe nipple, I counted that I threaded it in 4 turns. So when I installed the shower arm, I counted again and knew I was on its 4th turn. Even though the tape and sealant made this final part feel tight, I knew I still could get it to its final position without over tightening it, risking breaking it. So before you add your tape and sealant, dry fit yours, screwing it in and count your turns. This way you'll have that knowledge during your final install. I next stand back and double check how it looks. I'm looking to see if I got it pointed straight down. I also like to take a peek in the wall to double check everything looks good, that the pipe thread sealant has formed a complete continuous ring around the circumference where the male and female threads meet. Next, I slip the shower arm flange and slide it into position. We will slide it back forward when we check for leaks. Okay, the shower head install is next. Now, like I mentioned earlier, you do not need to add Teflon tape to the shower arm because of this rubber washer. It says it right in the directions. Thread sealed tape is not recommended for this project. The other thing they warn you about is not to over tighten the shower head. They recommend that you hand tighten the new shower head to the shower arm. Now start this off slowly and make sure you don't cross thread the threads. And then once you get it turning smoothly and it's not hard to screw on, you got it, so just screw it the rest of the way. Now the reason why they tell you to just hand tighten it is because this ball nut is made out of plastic, and if you over tighten it with your pliers, you can crack it and then it will leak. Now this is the one thing I don't follow the directions with, and if you don't want to scratch the nut, take a second and wrap your jaws with some electrical tape. I give it not even a quarter turn. If you do this, just be really careful not to crack the ball nut. I have a feel for it from experience, and I just don't want it to loosen up on mom while she changes her spray settings or adjusting the spray head angle. You're seeing me now change the angle because we're going to turn the water on to check for leaks, and I don't want it spraying me. I move the flange all the way forward and it takes a little wiggle over the bend. Now watch my face when I turn the water on. You don't realize you're doing something like that unless you're recording yourself for a YouTube video. It cracked me up during the editing. Okay, what I'm looking for is any sign of a leak. Don't skip this step after a shower arm install. You do not want water dripping in your wall. And if your shower's on an upper floor, it could really damage everything below. Okay, here comes the funny face again as I turn the water off. I really didn't want to get wet. There's only one more step left. I just need to slide the flange back into place. So that's it, guys. What do you think? Is this a DIY project you will try? Hopefully I showed you the steps clearly enough that you feel confident tackling it yourself. My mom has absolutely been loving her new shower head. She keeps talking about how much better the pressure feels and how it completely changed her shower experience. Please remember to hit the thumbs up if you like this video, and be sure to subscribe to watch more home DIY videos just like this one. Put any questions in the comments, and maybe I can help you with your next project. Click on any of the links on the screen to check out my other home DIY videos. One is the video how I got myself in this mess, and I show you a trick how to get the broken shower arm threads out of the drop ear 90. The other is a playlist of my other plumbing repair videos. Thanks for watching, and keep on DIYing. Bye now.